So we can actually record the audio and visual components of a presentation aside from actually just recording our screen and then starting the presentation that way. So in order to do that, we're going to start with the slideshow tab. So let's begin there. And then in the setup group, we're going to click on record slideshow. Click on that arrow and then click on record from beginning. Okay, and then we should see a screen that looks like this. Let's now click on the settings option, and you can see that we can choose the microphone and we can choose the webcam that we want to use. We can actually show. We can turn our camera on here, and we can turn our mic on over here. We're not actually going to worry about doing that. Again, for our purposes, it's not like there's anything we have to say or anything that we have to include in the form of of webcam footage for our test. But it is very helpful to know this. Okay, so that's how we would turn them on, is just right over here. So anyways, let's go ahead and click on the pen icon. Okay, so right over here, and let's choose the purple color over here on the right hand side. Okay, and so you can see that we can write in the presentation any way that we want, just like we did before. Let's hit the eraser option and then erase what we just added. And now let's also just experiment with using the highlighter again. So let's click on the highlighter option and we'll choose the orange color, and you can see that, once again we can highlight like so in this recorded view. Okay, so we can still make all the changes that we've seen before in this recorded view. Okay, so that's just how the interface works. We actually haven't started recording just yet. If we want to start recording, we can just click on the record button up here. Okay, and so we can just sort of advance through the slides like so by using the arrow keys or by using page up, page down. And by the time we get to slide 4, where it's talking about the contract, let's actually highlight this figure right here. Okay, so again, let's act like we're recording this presentation. We could just record and then highlight like so. Let's now go to slide 5, and on slide 5 we're going to use the pen this time, and using the same color that we selected before, the purple, let's draw a circle around the 15% like so. And then we can go ahead and click on the pen again to turn it off and return to our regular cursor. We can always pause the recording if we have to take a step away, and then just resume from where we were before if we just click on record again. So pause will just mean that, obviously we can go do something else for a little while. Stop means we're actually stopping the recording altogether, and it will just create the file for us. Okay, so we'll continue by clicking on record, and we'll just advance through the remaining slides, and of course when we get to the very end of the slideshow, it will just stop on its own. Let's go to the slideshow tab, and in the setup group, we're going to make sure that we are playing narrations, and that means that the audio input will actually be included when we play this presentation back. And we're also going to check off use timings as well. So the timings that we used when we were recording just now will also apply. So now we can go ahead and start the slideshow from the beginning by using F5. Just sort of advance through the slides like so. Okay, and then we'll just be able to play the presentation from the beginning that way. Hopefully you could hear my voice on there, but so basically you can just play your presentation like so. And so you're not really showing a recorded version of the presentation, you're just showing the presentation itself with audio files that are activating when you get to each slide. Okay, and also video files if you wanted to include your webcam as well, but again, for our purposes, we don't really care about that.